Now after that she had ceased to cry unto the God of Israel, and bad made an end of all these words. She rose where she had fallen down, and called her maid, and went down into the house in the which she abode in the Sabbath days, and in her feast days, and pulled off the sackcloth which she had on, and put off the garments of her widowhood, and washed her body all over with water, and anointed herself with precious ointment, and braided the hair of her head, and put on a tire upon it, and put on her garments of gladness, wherewith she was clad during the life of Manasseh her husband. And she took sandals upon her feet, and put about her bracelets, and her chains, and her rings, and her earrings, and all her ornaments, and decked herself bravely, to allure the eyes of all men that should see her. Then she gave her maid a bottle of wine, and a cruse of oil, and filled a bag with parched corn, and lumps of figs, and with fine bread, so she folded all these things together, and laid them upon her. Thus they went forth together to the gate of the city of Bethulia, and found standing there Ozias, and the ancients of the city, Shabrias and Charmis. And when they saw her, that her countenance was altered, and her apparel was changed, they wondered at her beauty very greatly, and said unto her, the God of our fathers, give thee favour, and accomplish thine enterprises to the glory of the children of Israel, and to the exaltation of Jerusalem. Then they worshipped God. And she said unto them, command the gates of the city to be opened unto me, that I may go forth to accomplish the things whereof ye have spoken with me. So they commanded the young men to open unto her, as she had spoken. And when they had done so, Judith went out, she and her maid with her, and the men of the city looked after her, until she was gone down the mountain, until she had passed the valley, and could see her no more. Then they went straight forth in the valley, and the first watch of the Assyrians met her, and took her, and asked her, of what people art thou? And what dost thou here? And why hast thou left the city of thine inheritance? And wherefore hast thou come unto us? Then she answered them, I am a woman of the Hebrews, and am fled from them, for they shall be given you to be consumed, and I am coming before Holofernes the chief captain of your army, to declare words of truth, and I will shew him a way, whereby he shall go, and win all the hill country, without losing the body or life of any one of his men. And when the men heard her words, and beheld her countenance, they wondered greatly at her beauty, and said unto her, Thou hast saved thy life, in that thou hast hasted to come down to the presence of our Lord. Now therefore come to his tent, and some of us shall conduct thee, until they have delivered thee to his hands. And when thou standest before him, be not afraid in thine heart, but shew unto him according to thy word, and he will entreat thee well. Then they chose out of them 100 men to accompany her and her maid, and they brought them to the tent of Holofernes. And there was great joy among the Assyrians, and great gladness among the tent of Holofernes, and they called Achior, and bade him to come out of the house of Ozias. So when he was come, and had seen the head of Holofernes in a man's hand in the assembly of the people, he fell down on his face, and his spirit failed. And when they had recovered him, he fell at Judith's feet, and reverenced her, and said, Blessed art thou in all the tabernacles of Judah, and in all nations, which hearing thy name shall be astonished. And now shew me all things that thou hast done in these days. Then Judith declared unto him in the midst of the people all that she had done, from the day that she went forth until that hour she spake unto them. And when she had left off speaking, the people shouted with a loud voice, and made a joyful noise in their city.